Dr. Colorado with the history of the legend William F. Buffalo Bill Cody, who was born in Iowa, died in Denver. Yee! Dr. Colorado also brings special guest Steve Friesen, curator of the Buffalo Bill Museum and Grave on Outlook Mountain, and Carolyn Strauss is back with us once again. We're having like a big group discussion here. First, I want to see your kinky boots.
Okay, there you go. Alligator
That's
boots.
what I'm talking about.
Very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Get kinky on Lookout Mountain, huh?
Right, well, let's
Well,
not
maybe
talk
we don't
it.
want to go that
Let's
far.
not go
Different
there.
segment, right?
Back to Buffalo Bill Cody. Why are we so fascinated with him?
When he dies in 1917 in Denver, he's probably the most famous American of all. The guy who taught the whole world to play cowboys and Indians and helped put Colorado on the map.
You know, I said, Wyoming girl that I am, Cody, Wyoming, Irma Hotel, named after his wife, in the Buffalo Bill Historical, the huge museum. So I grew up knowing and loving this character, I guess you would say. So it's fun for me, and I like to argue a little bit about where he's buried, but that's also a different show. I said I had to reel it in. You know. All right, Carolyn.
So, Steve, tell us about the museum on Lookout Mountain. I've actually been to the museum on Lookout Mountain, so tell us about it.
Well, I do have to point out, when Buffalo Bill asked to be buried on Lookout Mountain
Oh, dear.
in 1917, he was placed up there on June 3rd. And about 4 years later, his foster son opened the museum. And it has been there ever since. And we're telling the story of Buffalo Bill just as our friends in Cody do.
Okay.
So why is 2017 a special year for Cody fans?
Well, he died January here in Denver on January 10th of 1917, and then was buried on Lookout Mountain on June 3rd, 1917. So it's the 100th anniversary of his death and burial on Lookout Mountain, again, by his request.
Oh boy, don't start me.
I'll stop
No,
now.
you're okay. I'm being very professional.
Yes, you are.
You are, there's ownership here. All right. So how are you guys celebrating the centennial?
We have all sorts of things actually going on through the metro area. There are exhibits at some of the other museums in the area. Specifically on Lookout Mountain, we have a special exhibit on his burial and the history since then. We are on June 3rd, 2017, coming up in a couple of months. We will do a kind of reburial, a reenactment of the burial with musical entertainment, all sorts of costume characters, and a multiple cannon salute to him as well. I
Really?
love shooting off cannons on top of
I have a
mountain.
feeling that you do, you rowdy man.
It's fun. Oh, yeah.
So, Cody, Wyoming, I know he was known for a lot of his showmanship, but he included a diverse cast. Right, Steve? I mean, wasn't that important to him?
Oh,
This
yeah.
was in a time when you did not do that.
Cody was a very forward-thinking guy. He advocated equal rights for the Indians, advocated equal rights for women. He employed a diversity of people. At one point, he actually had representatives in his show from every continent but Antarctica.
Really?
And he was trying to show their skills, their abilities, and their cultures. He helped preserve the Native American culture at a time when U.S. policy was to subdue and destroy it.
Of course, of course.
And that was an actual picture of him with the Indians, right?
Yeah,
That was,
I think we
that
had a
just
picture
saw.
with him with Sitting
He
Bull,
was-
for example.
Yeah, I mean,
And
that's
there
incredible.
he's with Lakota on his left side
Wow.
and Pawnee on his right side.
How amazing. Gosh, imagine even a leader, now who even the French loved him. So why did they love the legend of Buffalo Bill so much?
Well, Buffalo Bill took the Wild West to Europe 2 different times. Both times he traveled extensively in France, particularly in 1905. We have a map. I mean, there was very little France he didn't cover. So he was showing them this very unique American Western culture, adding to their understanding of America's history.
That's so amazing. I mean, you think he traveled. I mean, he traveled the globe even during that time. That was a big undertaking. What do you think, Dr. Colorado, that Buffalo Bill Cody would like to say to Coloradans and Wyomingites? What would he say to them?
I don't know about the Wyomingites, but he would say the more people you include, the better. You appeal to more people, you include more people. It was incredible. What, Japanese, Mexicans?
Everyone.
everybody, yeah.
Every continent but Antarctica, as Steve says. Also, just a great reminder of our roots here in Colorado.
Exactly.
One of the good old days.
Good old days, Wild Wild West. All right, well, the Buffalo Bill Museum and Grave is currently in winter hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That is Tuesdays through Sundays. Join in festivities this summer as the museum celebrates 100 years since the death of Buffalo Bill. Admission $5, kids under 15, $1. Don't forget to check out dr-colorado.com for all of Tom's talks, tours, books, and all his fabulous classes.